Hello, there is so much to see on the Orkney and travelling in an electric car is fantastic, so please stay for some very surprising range results in my Tesla Model 3. Orkney has twice the electricity it needs because everywhere you look there's a wind turbine and it's generating a lot of energy. It has more electric cars per capita than anywhere else in the country. And it certainly has more EV chargers than anywhere else in the country. Everywhere you turn, there is an EV charger. The other nice thing, if you are in relax mode and you just you don't want to drive at 60 most of these roads. If you just want to do 35, as you know, if the speed limit is 60, you're going to have tailgaters. It's no question. Look at this view. Why would you want to tear through here at 70 miles an hour? So long straight roads. Orkney is just perfect and so enjoyable to drive. It's quite magic. A number of years looking to buy a Tesla and was saving up. And at the time, I would go on the Tesla website every day just to see what the changes were. And every now and again, the price went up. And of course, I would note the difference between the standard range, which at the time I think it was doing 278 miles, or claimed by Tesla. I bought the car last September, just over 6 months ago, but by then the website had changed. The standard range was then 263 miles, which it said whenever the car was fully charged. And in the last 6 months it's declined about 4 miles. It's now, when I fully charge it, it says 259 miles, but I never actually have got that distance. Ooh, nice one. Good one. Gotcha on that. The beauty of Orkney Islands, the roads are long and straight and pretty flat, frankly. So I found since I've been here, be getting a much better range, much better. As you know, in the UK, if you're not driving 5 miles an hour above the speed limit, and you shouldn't be, there's someone tailgating you, sadly. And if you are driving at the speed limit, you're going to be tailgated. You've got to get above that. But it's true, you can get away from this. Is a great car to get away from tailgaters, but I don't necessarily want to be doing those sort of speeds. So you don't always want to drive at the speed limit, and of course a lot of people want to go 10 miles an hour, 15 over the speed limit. But if you do want to amble along at 35 with a speed limit at 60, the roads are long and straight and people can overtake on cue. Very good. You get the odd, obviously there'll be the odd idiot that will have to stay behind you, but the Cornish roads, you'd be going around bends and there's no hedges here. Fantastic. You can see everything. Jennifer, my wife from Canada, hates hedges, and I agree. And you can see all the calves in the field and the sheep. There's nothing sadder than a lamb stood alone. You wonder what his future is going to be. And you can get closer to the range that the manufacturer says. Look at that, it must be rush hour here in Orkney. But Orkney is just, there's another huge turbine there. That probably supplies all of Kirkwall, but there's so many. We'll just have a look what we're doing now, just to see what the trip is. Since 180 watts per mile since I left, and we'll see what it's like when I get back. I'm pretty certain that's well over the actual range. I'd be surprised if it's not. No, and one of the things about this, I don't want aircon on. I don't need it. The temperature is fine, but it keeps coming on, and you keep having to turn it off. The other thing I noticed, I had to adjust the brightness. Somehow the screen had got very dark, and I didn't really think about adjusting it. I should have done, really, there's no question. And yeah, so here the car's taking the opportunity to overtake, and he could do. Yeah, at home you couldn't do this. If you're on a 60 mile an hour road doing 38, you would just have a, and I wouldn't do it. But I can do it here. I want to enjoy it. There's no rush. I've got all day. I'm going to enjoy this. And here we have the car behind. Just as we get to the place he can't overtake, but I think he'll go now. Yeah, there's a car in the distance, and he can go. But sometimes in life, you don't want to go at 70 miles an hour. Sometimes you just want to enjoy the view. Look at it. As soon as the faster I go, the less view I get. So I'm taking the time. And of course it's very economical using the autopilot, doing 38 miles an hour on a long and straight road. Hello. Recently I've changed the way I work out the real range of the car, and now I just work out the watts per mile. In fact, you don't have to work much to work out, because it tells you on the trip meter what the watts per mile are. So the car should do 259 miles, but I drive it pretty normally, maybe a little bit careful. Trip meter says I've got 235 watts per mile since September, which gives me a range of 212 miles. Now, coming to the Orkney Islands, I've done over 1,000 miles. It's showing 229 watts per mile, which gives me a range of 218. But I've noticed since I've been on the Orkney Islands, it's much better. The roads are just, you know, you want to take your time. It's beautiful scenery, they're long and straight. And if there is someone tailgating you, they can quickly overtake, and so there's not an issue. For example, today I've done 64 miles and the watts per mile is 204, which gives me a range of 245, getting really close to the 259. And I have to say, I don't think I've ever achieved over a 90% of what it should do. So I don't think I've got anywhere much over 220 on any trip. And here we have on the Orkney Islands, I'm managing 245. And the last 22 miles I've done, watts per mile is 195, which gives me 256. So I'm within 3 miles of the actual what Tesla say. However, earlier on I left where I was staying, went down the road, down the hill, along a little bit, and it gave me 75 watts a mile, but that was just over a mile, 666 miles of range. So you've got to take that with a bit of salt. However, I've just done 10 miles and I'm filming it, just enjoying the view. I had no tailgaters, the roads were long and straight, and cars could overtake me, and I was just enjoying it with a watts per mile of 171, which is a range of 292 on a car that is saying 259. And in the past I haven't really achieved better than 220. So whenever I talk about figures like this, Jennifer's eyes start to roll and she gets bored, and I can see why having an EV on Orkney is such a great thing. With so many, I mean, it's clean, it's great for the environment. There's so many EV chargers, the roads are wonderful, and when you can get these sort of miles range, then it's just perfect for it. So here we are at the Charge Place Scotland, and you present your card, and then it says choose your energy. We want the CCS, so that's the big one, so we can press that button, and then it simply says plug in, open that, plug it in, so that goes blue, and then in a little while it should go to green. There it is, and so power's going in. It tells us that it's being charged. The other nice thing I like about this, it tells you there's a minimum charge of £2 and it's 25p per kilowatt. And I can't remember seeing anything like this on any of the other EV charge. Tesla and Instavolt and none of those show you the price you're paying per unit. You can go on the ZapMap and see, but even when you get the bills, you don't actually see a price. I don't even actually see with Tesla where you actually were. It just says, gives you an amount, and that'd be good to see. Same with GridServe and those others, that because then it'll give you a bit more choice, because you wouldn't go to a petrol station, there'll be no prices. So why are we not being told this information? Now of course Charge Place Scotland do it because their prices are very keen. It doesn't have to be a sticker, it can actually show you on the screen. You can't have people going around sticking stickers on all the time. 20p is excellent, 25 also excellent. That's great, that's a great price, that's as good as you get at home. And get the Octopus Energy at 5p a kilowatt, but at 20p and 25 works out so much cheaper than a petrol gas car. So here there's a fast charger, Charge Place Scotland. Then you've got the slower at 20p, another one, then another one, and then the fast charger. And this is just one car park, and there's many places. If you go on the Zap map, you'll see that Kirkwall has just got so many chargers. Yeah, so if you can't charge at home, you can do it here, and it's very good and easy. If you want to do your shopping, come here and charge up and do your shopping. Perfect. Thanks for watching, take care, bye. I hope you can like and subscribe, and please leave a comment below, that would be great. Thanks very much, bye.